Boss man, Kelvin Joseph is bench. Mackenzie Alexander, Trayvon Mullen has been brought in. We got Nashawn Wright too. What do the Cowboys do, and what do I think about this situation, which might be a situation that's gotten a little out of control? But first, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me, the OC100, on Twitter. Now, after giving up 2 huge touchdowns versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, the team has announced that Kelvin Joseph has been benched, and it is open competition. Now, my colleague, my comrade, my ace, Boss Cowboy, did a great job on a video breaking down the new acquisitions that we have picked up in Trayvon and Mackenzie. You can go check that out at a video below this video and get all those details. But I want to give you my general thoughts about this situation. Do I agree with it? How do I feel about it? How do I see it? I think in light of trying to win the rest of the games and shore up the opposite corner with Trayvon Diggs, because you have Bland playing really great, nickel corner. I really think that Bland should be the opposite number 2 corner, starting base package, no questions asked. That's what I think. That's what I've always thought. In light of them benching Kelvin Joseph, I do understand it, but I think it's a little too soon. I really do. I think that he would have had a huge bounce back game versus Philly, but this is a rivalry and this is a game that the Cowboys need to win. I get it, and we need to hit our stride and be strong going into the playoffs, but I really do feel that Kelvin Joseph would have bounced back. But as I predicted, hey, he had to claw his way out now. He has to fight. He has to show that he can make plays on special teams, or if they give him a shot to come into the game late, he has to be there to make plays. And I think that at the end of the day, this defense will be fine. I think that a part of this is Mr. Quinn's responsibility in terms of identifying matchups and being really cognizant of the formation and what wide receiver is lining up on what cornerback, and how do you need to mix and match the coverages. Do you disguise coverages? Do you just play a too high safety look? Are you going to shade one side if you got Devontae Smith on one side? How are you going to deal with that? How are you going to answer the questions in the passing game? Because really last week, that's what got us in trouble. The Jacksonville Jaguars began to pick on our young cornerbacks and take advantage of the youth and the inexperience with certain rub routes, combinations, just ISO one-on-one type of things. And don't fool yourself. The Philadelphia Eagles watch that film, and they're going to come out and try to do some of the similar things that the Jacksonville Jaguars did against us in this game on Sunday. So, we have to be ready to make those adjustments. And I'm really interested to see what the defensive team does, how they deal with making the adjustments with the young corners. I don't think, a couple of guys that we signed, I don't have super high confidence in them right now. I don't know if they're ready. I think you may be better off giving Nashawn Wright a look in the slot, or maybe the outside corner, and then roll Bland to that second corner and kind of roll what you got as you work these other guys in, and you give them an opportunity to get acclimated to the defense and to learn their keys and their cues from learning the language of the Dallas Cowboy defense versus where they came from. I think that's what's going to actually help this thing go across without a hitch. And I think that will take probably a couple weeks going into the end of the regular season to materialize. So super sad for Kelvin Joseph, man. I hate that he got beat for those touchdowns. I can see his talent. I can see his speed. I can see his size. I can see his strength. But you know what? At the end of the day, none of that really matters if you don't put it together on the field of play. I'll tell you a short story as I close it out, man. In college, I played with one of the highest recruited offensive linemen, back in the late 90s. And he was bigger, stronger, and faster than any guy I had ever seen in my life, to be completely honest. And, he was a guy that had all the physical talent. But the thing why he didn't start a game, at the college I went to, was because he couldn't learn the plays, and he didn't play with good technique. And that kept him on the bench, and that kept other players that were less physically talented than him ahead of him. So I think that has a parallel of what's going on with Kelvin Joseph. I think that Kelvin has to commit to the mental aspect of the game and to the technical aspect of the game. And if Kelvin Joseph can make that commitment to the mental and the technical aspect of the game, I think that the sky's the limit, you know, that he could really be a high level type a corner in this league. But you got to put everything together. It's not just the physical skills and tools. And so the Cowboys need to bounce back in the secondary. The Cowboys need to bounce back on pass rush. So I'm interested to see what happens, guys. Let me know what you think about the benching. Let me know what you think about the new guys we got in the building, and what should the Cowboys do for the number 2 DB spot this week versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow Boss Cowboy Sports on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can follow me, the OC100, on Twitter. And until next time, see you.